Well, we won. That's all that matters, right? That's what I keep on telling myself. We won the game. That's all that matters. No, it didn't look pretty. It didn't even look good at sometimes. But we won the game. I'm just going to give you my, instant reaction, post-game reaction. This is not going to be a recap or a breakdown. I'm going to try to do another video of that later. That's just going to be my instant thoughts without looking at stats, without looking at tweets, without looking at whatever. These are just my opinions of what happened in the game. So my prediction of yesterday was 48-14. I was a little off, big time. I figured they would have scored at least half of my prediction, 48 points, which would have been 24, and we didn't. 23-16, scored by a touchdown against an unranked Nebraska team. These rivalry games are really hard to determine if one team is maybe playing better than they usually would because it's a rivalry game, kind of like the OU-Texas game, where it doesn't really matter who is ranked higher or what. It's a rivalry game. You got to show up and play. And honestly, to me, this game felt a lot like the OU-Texas game. It seemed like it was a rivalry game. And I think the pregame kind of proved that. There were some skirmishes before the game. But anyway, so 48-14 was my prediction. 23-16. We scored not even half of what I predicted, and they scored 2 more points from what I predicted. They probably should have scored about 7 more points, though. They missed 2 field goals and missed a extra point, which we recovered and ran in for 2 points. So, could have went either way. Thankfully, it went in our way. But anyway, so I'm going to start just with my initial thoughts. Defensively, overall, like I said, I know there was a couple things that could have went either way. Overall, I think the defense was good. We got an interception, an amazing catch, and we're so spoiled. I mean, we're so, we get this amazing catch, and yeah, he probably should have dropped it, but man, that was a phenomenal catch. It's a phenomenal interception. But anyways, so it could have been closer, but defensively, giving up 16 points, another offense wasn't super good. You got a dual threat quarterback. I was somewhat pleased with our defense. Thankfully, if you keep them under 21 points, we should win every single game this year if we keep them under 21 points. We should be able to score at least 21 points, no matter who we're playing. I don't care if we're playing Alabama, Georgia. I don't care. We should score at least 21 points. So if our defense can hold every team to 21, I think we'll be fine. Now, I know this is Nebraska, but we still held them to 21. So defensively, I know we gave up some big plays there towards the end. And maybe, we were getting kind of tired, but 16 points, I compared to our defense in 2018, I'll take 16 points all day long. Offensively is really where I felt we struggled. First off, our running game. I don't know if it's our offensive line hadn't gelled yet. I know that they were kind of switching in and out players, or if just the lack of running backs that we have or what, but it just doesn't seem like we have the running game this year that we're used to having, at least not yet. And I know last year it took a little while till Ramondre Stevenson came in, but that concerns me big time because if we cannot run, which we couldn't for a good part of the game today, I'm worried about how Spencer Rattler's going to handle that. But you know what? They started coming along. Eric Gray started getting some good runs, some good games, and we ended up winning the game. So, but that needs to be fixed, and I don't know what you do. Maybe we just need to get more snaps in the offensive line, I think. But the running game worried me, wasn't very good. Offensively, I think this was a poor game. 23 points, that's not much compared to what we've been scoring with Lincoln Riley. 7 points at a half, that is... you can't have that, especially as you're getting into Big 12 play. You can't have 7 points and a half. And then Spencer Rattler. I'm not the biggest Spencer Rattler fan, but I defend him more than some people do. He is getting really hard to defend. It seems like every time he's throwing the ball, he's throwing it into triple coverage, throwing the ball downfield. it's like he's throwing it triple coverage. And I don't know if he's thinking he's got to get the big play or if he's got to, get a big touchdown for his Heisman campaign. I don't know, but he is throwing in triple coverage too much. And, we had that, what was almost an interception 2 times today, I think, where Mario Williams tried to bat it down. The other one where luckily no one caught it when he was in triple coverage. I can't remember who was in triple. It was Marvin Mims was in triple coverage. I just don't. Rattler has the talent, I believe, to win a national championship, to lead a team in the national championship. It's what's in between the ears that I don't know. Maybe he's a little cocky. Maybe he's a little arrogant. I don't know. I don't know him, so I can't make that judgment call. But from what I see on the field, it seems like he might be a little arrogant. And he has nothing to be arrogant about. So he hadn't proven anything to me yet. If he wants to win a Heisman, he had better start playing better. Because right now, he's not even in the top 5. He's had one okay game. And even then, you're playing Western Carolina. So he's got to get better. He's got to play better. But overall, we got the win. We're 3-0. That's what we had to do. We had to get that win, and we did. So, I'll do a recap later, a breakdown of some stats and kind of what really went down. Nebraska played tough. They played hard. That first drive, when their offensive line had like 4 penalties, they don't get those 4 penalties. They make at least one, but both of those field goals, they make that extra point. We might be having a different conversation, but it went our way. We won the game. That's all that matters, and we're going to move on to the next game. But anyways, I'm concerned for our team. We got to get some things figured out if we're going to win a national championship this year. I feel bad even mentioning the word national championship with this team right now. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Check out our podcast. It's called the Divided Duo Podcast. Wherever you find your podcast, we'll discuss this game more in depth tomorrow afternoon. So check that out, the Divided Duo Podcast. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, ring that bell, leave me a comment. What did you think of the game? Who did you think played well? Who did you think didn't play well? Let me know in the comments, and I'll put out a video hopefully tomorrow afternoon, kind of giving a more in-depth recap of the game. So, Boomer Sooner.